thought you said that this was going to be a short wait.
Want to play chin chin?
What's that?
Okay, so put both your hands up. Actually, yeah, we don't have to be near each other for this.
Is it this?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
So we're going to go, you can put up either one thumb, two thumbs, or no thumbs. And then you have to keep it on beat with chin chin.
Oh.
And then we both take turns guessing how many total thumbs will be up in the air.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'll go first. You just put up either 1, 2, or none.
Okay.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Chin, chin, and then put it up.
Okay.
Ready? Chin, chin, 1. Okay.
Oh.
Now your turn.
Chin, chin, none. Oh. Wait, I won.
No, well, okay, so you put...
I won.
No, you put one
The
hand
game's
behind.
over.
You put one hand behind. You still have one in the game, okay?
Oh, okay. Wait,
Okay.
me? Why do I have one hand behind? Oh, because
that's good.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, yeah. Ready?
That's good?
That's good, yeah. Like,
What?
no, you want both your hands gone.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, my turn. Ready?
Okay.
Chin, chin, 2.
How would you guess 2, but my hand, one of my hands is behind my back?
No, I'm guessing the total amount of thumbs.
Right.
Right, so I guess 2 because my 2 thumbs are up.
You guessed 2 about yourself? And I was supposed to say 2?
No.
What are you talking about?
Like the total amount of thumbs up right now is 2 because you didn't put any up and I put 2 up.
Oh, I didn't know that we were collabing.
Well, you thought you were just guessing how many you would put up, but you have total control of how many thumbs you put up?
Well, that's what I thought that you thought.
What?
What if I just started crying like a baby?
Well, do you get it? Like, so do it again. Put as many thumbs up as you want. Ready?
Okay.
Chin, 3.
Chin.
See? We have 3 because I
Oh.
put 1 and you put 2.
So am I just out now?
No, I got it right. So then I put one hand back.
Okay. Go.
Okay, so we're starting over?
No. We can proceed.
Okay, so then put that hand away, and I have one hand away too.
This goes away?
Remember? Because you already
'cause
got
we're
one
still
right.
fine.
Okay, so now we both have one hand.
Okay.
Okay, your turn. Remember, the total amount
got
is
it.
2.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. Chin, 1. All right.
Okay, ready? My turn.
Chin,
Chin, 1. I win.
What?
I win.
Oh.
That's right. I bet you thought you were going to win that game.
Do you
but
actually?
You didn't.
Do you play that game when Good Morning Los Angeles?
I love Chin Chin, and I always suggest it every time we're like waiting in line for something.
I play, you know what? I'm glad you brought this up because I feel like having, one thing I hate is that if I'm at an amusement park and I'm with like people that I love and my friends, like I'm not standing on my phone in line.
Oh, yeah, no.
Hell no.
No.
Like we're there experiencing like a theme park together. Let's play like games in line.
Yeah.
Let's kiss.
I usually on like big days, like theme park days and stuff, I usually turn my phone off and put it in my backpack for the whole day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I sometimes use it to take photos, but I am new to like, I've been bringing like cameras and stuff so that they're only for photos. And my phone is not for use.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
no, that's great. I have a whole slew of like games that I play in line. Chin Chin I was not familiar with.
Now you
think
can
I
teach
would,
people.
I think I would fight people. But we just went to Disneyland for Luke's bachelor day. It was very fun. For those who don't know, I was a joint best man in a wedding. And so one of our little like bachelor experiences was Disney. And there's this game that we play, and I'll play it with you now that we chin-chinned. It's you basically say, I'm going to the movies.
Oh, yes,
you
I know
this?
this. Yeah. And then you just have like a fun like.
You say like, I'm going to the movies and I'm bringing this, and this. And they're like hints as to like what movie you're talking about.
Oh.
And do you know this?
I thought it was going to be the game where it's like you have a pattern in the words and people have to discover the pattern.
Oh, no, this is different.
Okay, I'm with you.
So you say, I'm going to the movies and I'm bringing, let me do like an easy one.
Okay.
Say like, I'm going to the movies. I'm bringing cheese. I'm bringing kitchenware, and I'm bringing an apron.
Ratatouille?
Well, so then you're right, but then you'd say, can I come to the movies? Or you go, wait, what is it? You say like, oh, can I bring a rat?
Oh.
And then I'd say, you can come to the movie with me.
I see. Okay.
Because you're like signaling, I know what movie you're talking about, but the rest of the group has to keep guessing.
Sure. Okay. Yes.
So let me do like a harder one.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to the movies and I'm bringing a protein bar, foot cream, and a Santa hat.
Okay. I want to come to the movie.
I want you to come to the movie too.
Can I bring my family?
Okay, no. They can't come.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. I don't think they'd want to.
What movie is this?
So then maybe you'd say something like, oh, can I bring my burn book? And I'd say, you can come to the movie.
Oh, duh.
So like it's about like finding little like niche things from a movie that are like signals of it.
Sure.
And then being like, and that's like your hints. It's fun.
Okay. No, I like that. I think I thought it was a similar game, which it's like you're going to the moon and you're bringing, and you pick like 3 random objects, but the 3 objects have some sort of pattern between
I've heard
them.
Of this.
And then other people are like, oh, can I bring this? And if it fits that pattern, you're like, yep, you can come. And then you kind of...
Oh, it sounds like the same game, but just in like a different like tone.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I
think, fun line games, I think.
I think having games on deck like that, hell, I would even bring like cards. Like, I just think it's like, if you're there experiencing the theme park, it's like you have to know that you are going to stand in line. So maybe make like an attraction out of the line itself.
I think so. I think it can also be a great time to socialize with the people that you're with. Like,
yeah.
I think it can be super fun to have like deeper conversations. Like, I love having a little like Q&A back and forth where we're like, oh wow, like we're all getting to like talk and get to know each other. Like, obviously you are not in extreme privacy, but hopefully you can find like a little bit of solace in your group.
I love being in line. I think it's the perfect opportunity to start a fight or confront somebody on something they did 2 years ago.
If you have beef, bring it up in line.
Yeah. So, yeah.
If you haven't already caught on, we are discussing theme parks. Theme parks alike. This episode, we have put on our theme park gear. And I've mistakenly dressed like a theme park dad.
That's my shirt.
But I'm liking it. Yeah, and my khaki pants.
Oh yeah.
My like beigey.
I wear
New
that.
Balances.
Oh, so true. I wear that shirt to bed a lot. I have a lot of like oversized universal like shirts.
I love that.
Great. And before we get too far, and I want to plug Dustin like was stoked about our theme park episode because he's a theme park guy himself.
Yeah.
And he brought in these little things for us to share with you guys that he 3D prints himself and he
himself. And he has an account where he goes to Disneyland and hides these around the park.
And it's called Knaus Hunt. They're on the back. So if you're ever in Disneyland and you find like these cute little like guys, they were 3D printed by Spitball's very own Dustin.
So cute.
And you can tag him. You can follow him, Knaus Hunt. And he said that it's called pixie dusting.
I love it.
That's so cute.
So cute. So cool.
I really like this. Is my favorite one.
Yeah.
I love the Zootopia like little popsicle.
Aww.
Wait, is that why it's a paw print?
Definitely.
Whoa.
And what else you got there? Is that Groot?
I do have Groot. This is one of perhaps 5 Groots that I own.
Oh, really?
I really like Groot because if you don't know, I'm a Marvel girly. Oh! I'm a Marvel girly. In fact, I went to see the Marvel experience at the Hollywood Bowl where they like had Gustavo Dudamel, the conductor of the LA Philharmonic.
Oh, yes.
He was doing all the music over like so many iconic Marvel moments, like the conclusion of Endgame and Infinity War, and like it was so awesome. I wept and cried like a baby. But I have many Groots. This one is don't tell the others, but my favorite.
Whoa.
He's weighted. Would you like to hold him?
Yes.
He's like a baby.
Thank you. Oh.
Isn't that so cute?
I do like him.
He's really, really cute. I know, right?
Yeah.
I have him a lot of times. I'll put him on my head and just have him kind of sink and smash my head.
Oh, I like that.
Me too.
I like that.
I remember when they released that one, I was like, I have to go to Disneyland and get that. It was so cute.
I love him.
I love
Thanks for
it.
letting me hold him.
Thanks for holding him.
And then what's on your head?
What? What do you mean?
What's that?
So can I tell you a story about this?
Please.
First of all, do you want to take a guess as to where I got it from?
Yes, Japan.
Uh-huh. So, yeah, I went to Japan. Those of us who are active ballers know that I have family over there and I visit frequently. And I've done Tokyo Disneyland, which was really cool and nice. But I did it when I was 15, so I would like to go back. But my most recent Disney Japan trip was to Disney Sea, which is everyone's always oh, I hear it's beautiful. I hear it's gorgeous. It really is. If you've been there, it doesn't really look like a Disney park, in my opinion. There's not a whole lot of Mickey going on. It's built on the Tokyo harbor. So it's really, really well built and really nice. It's gorgeous.
Ooh.
And there's this big body of water, right in the center where you can take a gondola ride. It's really beautiful.
I love that.
But when I got there, I noticed two things. Everyone was holding a stuffed animal, everyone. Because over in that park they have characters Duffy, and there's a Duffy the bear, there's a fox, there's a turtle, which I have, and then there's one other thing, and everyone's holding these stuffed animals. So I was like, okay, I'm a big fat loser. I need to get one now.
Yeah.
And then also everyone was wearing these hats, literally everyone. And I was like, oh my God, I need to be wearing that. So they had all types of different characters, but Tigger just felt very right for me. And it was also very cold. So this served as an awesome kind of head warmer.
Yeah.
And then my family hated this, but on the flight back home, I wore this and I slept with my head up against the wall this is my pillow.
Oh my gosh. So multi-purpose.
Yeah. So I got this. My brother and my sister-in-law wore Woody and Jessie hats. Not like this, but rather just their own cowboy hats that they have. And I wore this, and I looked like a big, huge freak. But there was a Mike Wazowski one.
Ooh, I love that.
You can imagine they're all very cute. I feel how soft it is.
It looks really soft. Ooh, that's some softness.
So I was excited to whip it out for this episode.
I love that. I really want to go to the other Disneylands. I've been to Disneyland Paris.
I was going to ask you. I want to go to that one.
Oh my God. Okay, so that one, it's a little skewed in my head because at the time I was studying abroad.
Okay.
So I was traveling all across Europe every weekend, and I had a new boyfriend who I met when I was studying abroad. So I was obviously at the peak of my life in Disneyland Paris with my new boyfriend.
Sure.
So I don't know how great it was on its own.
Okay.
But I had the best time of my life.
Of course. Of course.
It was amazing. It was so magical. I remember we got the Minnie and the Mickey ears together. And we were a new couple, so we were so gross, but we loved it. And I remember just truly feeling so much magic the whole day. It was the best. We were there right when it opened. It was also so magical because we had gone the first day that they just put up all the Christmas decorations. So then there were also 3 big parades happening. It was also Mickey's birthday that they were celebrating. So there was also a parade happening for that. Truly just celebrations stacked on celebrations. It was so fun. And that's the crazy part too. It was also raining. So many people were having a bad time, but we loved it. I was singing in the rain.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved it.
Literally, whatever.
Yeah, it was great. The funny part that happened too at the end was we obviously stayed for the fireworks at the end. And again, very magical, very great. We're looking at the castle, and it's nighttime. There's so many pretty lights. Everything's happening. Elsa comes up onto the castle, and obviously the crowd is losing their mind.
Crazy.
We know who that is. Elsa's here. We're freaking out.
People love Elsa.
And Let It Go music starts playing, and we're like, oh, we are ready. Let's go. We're preparing. Yeah, she opens her mouth.
Oh God.
And starts singing.
Did she vomit?
In French.
Well, yes. Well, yes. Duh.
well, I didn't realize that we were in Paris.
Yeah, I love your... And for some reason, this idiot of a princess, she sang in French.
In French? In French? People are going to think I hate the French. I don't hate the French, but in that moment, I was like,
oh, you wanted to sing along?
Give me the sun don't shine like a moment.
What?
The sun don't shine.
No, the snow
comes
blows,
out on the mountain.
The snow blows wide on the
sun shines
tonight.
out on the home tonight. I was waiting to sing that. I was waiting to belt about the sun.
How dare she mess up the words by singing in French?
Super annoying.
That reminds me.
But it was funny.
The first time I ever went on Haunted Mansion was in Tokyo Disneyland.
Oh.
So I had never been on this ride, and I was 15, so I was like, is this scary?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not. But I don't know. The beginning is a little scary. Like the stretching room. Like, isn't there like someone who's hanging or something?
Yeah. No, some are spooky.
Yeah. So like I was in there and the whole thing is being narrated in like a deep Japanese voice. And I was like, oh, what's happening? Yes, Disney is totally a different experience when you get to experience it in a foreign country because you're like, wait, you're Mickey, but you sound different.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to go to Tokyo Disneyland.
I want to go back because when I went, we only rode 2 rides because, okay, so here's the deal. We went on Christmas Day and we thought to ourselves, like, this is a good idea. I don't know why. But we didn't think it would be that packed, but it was. Oh. And even more so bizarre, it was like everyone was wearing the same outfit as the partner that they were there with. This is some phenomenon that happens. They do like a twin moment.
Oh.
And so we got there. It's Christmas Day. Everyone's with like their like partner or whoever, the person they've gone to the park with. They're wearing the exact same outfits as each other. And we're going, what the? And the lines were crazy.
Oh, man.
So we only did Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. And it was like the coldest day ever. It was absolutely freezing there.
Oh, boy.
So I don't remember a whole lot. I remember it was very crowded. I do remember my mom, bless her, we were in line for the Haunted Mansion and we were all getting like antsy or whatever. And I remember she goes, she was like, how long is this line? Oh my God. And Nolan, my brother, was like, Mom, it's like an hour and a half. And she goes, well, that's not true. The sign says 90 minutes. I was like, okay, so your brain cells froze.
So like, oh, so you're at Disney, so you're dumb.
It was so fun. So funny. But it was a good time. And do you consider yourself a theme park person? There's so many different categories.
Yes, this is tough because it's often ridiculed to be like a Disney adult. And I don't think I identify as that. I would not say
you're not even close to that.
Right. But I do love Disneyland. I love going.
Of course.
And it's definitely incredibly exciting when you have those plans like built up and you're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so fun because it is like a full day's excursion.
I love doing things.
Right. And it's like rides and also like something particular that we've been doing when we go to Disneyland as well is like, yeah, the rides are great and everything, but like, have you just gone into the shops?
Oh, yeah, I love a shop. And the snacks?
The snacks, the food is delicious. So I love I've been loving just exploring like the park itself where you don't really have to wait. Last time I was at Disneyland, I went over to like where they do like the whole Disney princess experience.
The Bippity Boppity Boutique?
Yeah. And I was like, hey, so what if I became a Disney princess? And they said, the max age limit is 10.
Yeah.
So
they said 16, it's 15 years too late, Queen.
Yeah. I was like, you don't know I'm not 10.
Right. I am 10. I'm Benjamin Buttoning.
Yeah. And they judged me.
Wow.
They said, get out.
I'll put some sparkles in your hair.
So Disneyland, if you can hear me, I would love to do the Disney Princess experience.
That's cutie. I want that for you, and I can be the knight. I think the little boys become knights.
Yeah. What is this age limit business? Like, I guess it's so that the other little girls can have a turn.
Also, anyone can be any. If someone wants to be a little knight, they can be a little knight. If they want to be a little princess, anyone should be able to do anything.
That's what I'm saying. I'll do anything. I just want to dress up.
Yeah.
And we also just discovered too in the animation studio the classes.
Oh my God! How are you just discovering that? That's like my favorite part.
Right, where you can like learn
animation
to draw.
Academy. Yes,
I love that. We just drew what's his name? The freak dog from Coco.
Oh,
Dante. We just learned how to draw Dante and that was so fun.
Yeah, I make it a priority to go do that. I think I've done like Sally. I think there was one time that I really wanted to do, I wanted to do Timon, but I think I missed it.
Right. Those are super fun. And I don't think that's like that well known to people in Disney. Like people are like, oh, you show up, you wait in line, you do the rides. And I'm like, there is so much greatness outside of the rides.
Yeah.
So that's what I particularly love too, because especially when I go with some of my friends or like with my family, my mom doesn't love rides.
Yeah.
She gets really like motion sick and stuff, but I want to bring her to these fun experiences. So when we go to Disneyland together, it's like, hey, we don't really need to go on the rides. Let's go take a class together. Let's go in the shops. I want to make my mom a Disney princess. So.
Yeah. What the heck? Got a little bit of everything for everyone.
Yes.
And I do like that. I am a big rides person myself. So I like to do that, but I also like the shopping. I like the parades. I know there's people that go to Disney like exclusively to like meet the characters. Like that's their thing.
Oh, yeah.
The Goofy community is quite strong.
Oh, is that right?
That is what I've come to understand.
Oh, boy.
There are people who really, really like Goofy.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the characters for a second, because I feel like I have maybe some insight to share. About being a character.
Oh my God. That is such lore.
Such lore. So we've been talking a lot about Disney specifically, but let's switch gears into Universal Studios, another great theme park
I've never been there.
Right. That is in LA. Love Universal, but if you don't know already, I worked there as a character. I was the Bride of Frankenstein.
She was the Bride of Frankenstein. You were the best one. You're so good.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Of course.
It was a very fun role, I will say. It was interesting because, first of all, I remember auditioning for it. I remember showing up to the audition, and it was a bunch of white women. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to get this.
I knew you were going to get it.
I was like, there's no way I'm going to get this. Like, I don't know that much about the Bride of Frankenstein. Everybody in here looks nothing like me. I wasn't feeling good about it. But then I was incredibly grateful to have gotten the job. I was so excited about it. And the magic lasted for like a couple months until it got really repetitive and the job itself didn't feel exciting. It is a good gig, I think, for actors, especially because you get to have such a fun experience of dressing up as a very well-known, very famous character. So that was always fun to walk into the park with my husband, with Frankenstein. And just people would swarm over us and they would just, take photos with us and, get our autograph and whatever. And that was fun. There was a lot inside of it, though, because, the bride and Frankenstein, we don't speak. We don't say anything. We're kind of, our repertoire is just being very lost.
And curious.
Yeah, that's a great word. Just very detecting, very suspicious of everything around us. So it was almost a really difficult thing to do that. It was almost very difficult and challenging to do that while you have loads of family just grabbing and pulling at you to just take photos.
Why are people so weird?
Yeah, I had lots of men that were very inappropriate with me.
Ew.
I had quite a few men. There was a couple men that tried to kiss me. Yeah. And I would always report it, but there would be guys that would stand next to me and then they'd turn their face and they'd purse their lips. And luckily, I could pull out a good old Bride of Frankenstein scream on them. And I would scream.
You also frequently wore a mask when you were in character.
Yes. I started doing that because at first it wasn't required. When I had joined We didn't have to wear masks, and I wasn't. I thought it was more fun this way. And also secretively, I got my nose pierced and would hide it under the mask. Maybe we'll cut that out. We'll see if Universal would listen to this.
They don't care.
They don't care. But I, at first, wouldn't wear the mask and had that whole experience. And then, men would try to kiss me or they would just come too close.
Ew, that's deranged.
It was really crazy. But again, loved screaming in their face and frightening them away.
Good.
But then, yes, I put a mask on and that was much better. Then I had people actually complaining to me, like as the bride, that I was wearing a mask. People would be like, Can you pull that down? Can you take that off? And I'd be like, no, I'm not wearing makeup underneath it, so I won't.
Right. And also, why do you think I'm wearing it?
Right.
That thing that you're wearing on purpose, can you not? No.
Yeah.
So that you can take a picture with my snotty kid?
Yeah. There were also really wholesome interactions, though.
Sure.
There were some people that were like, look at my tattoo.
Yeah.
And it would be of the bride, and it would be like, oh, this is so great. I have to tell this funny story too. I don't think I've told you this before.
Oh, I'm excited.
But so when I moved to LA, Logan and I got a lot of our furniture from this very kind woman on Facebook Marketplace. And she was like a home influencer.
Oh.
So when we went to go pick up some of the stuff that we had bought, she was like, you can just take all of this. Honestly, like we're moving tomorrow and like we don't have anything else. So we ended up taking a lot of her furniture for a really good price.
Sure.
Which is great. And so here's the funny part. Her name is Tina.
Uh-huh.
The big thing that we actually bought from her was her couch, was her sectional.
Uh-huh.
And so her name was Tina. On my phone, I had accidentally I meant to go put Tina sectional, and I put tuna sectional.
Uh-huh.
And then I shared that contact with Logan.
Uh-huh.
And we had just then referred to her as tuna sectional, which was great. But when we picked up the furniture, it was her and her boyfriend that we had met and whatever and whatnot. One day, I was at Universal. I was around the park, and I was the bride of Frankenstein. I didn't have my mask on, so I was completely out there, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But I was still like, I had white makeup all over my face. But I'm walking around, and this man comes over to me, and he goes, hi, this is going to sound crazy, but you bought a couch from me. And then Tuna Sectional comes over, and she goes, babe, that's not her. Keep going. Go.
That is funny. Did you text her?
No.
Oh,
so
my
if you're out there,
Tuna
Sectional,
Sectional,
it was me. And I saw you.
That is so funny.
I
Because
went
you
home
can't break character.
I can't break character. I can't be like, wait. So instead, I just was like,
right. You were always so good at being in character. When I would see you, it would like make me nervous.
Right.
Like,
we
I'd
would
be
like
like,
take photos together and
Dude,
stuff.
I have like a picture of you and you're like grabbing my face like this.
Yes.
I like what you told me about, tell the people about how you know when your set is over.
Yes. Okay. So it was very interesting because the way that it would be, you'd have like these sets, which would be like 6 different 30-minute shifts that you would go out into the park and wander. And then after those 30 minutes, you'd come back and you'd sit in the dressing room for 30 minutes. And then you'd go back out. And that was basically the job, which was great. Again, it was cool at first, right? You showed up, you did your hair and makeup, you got all ready in your costume. And then the in-between time was just time for you to chill. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I was like Daphne, or if I was like, just
got to chat.
Not that they aren't going through a lot in their hair and makeup. I just think it would have been a little bit more fun to do like beauty makeup.
Oh, okay.
And then just put on like a wig and put on like a skirt and stuff, and then be able to carry that out throughout the rest of the day versus the white face that I would have on that I would then scrub away, and it would be like 30 minutes after my shift where I would be showering to like get everything off of my face and my hair, and that was just ultimately too taxing for me. And yes, a big part of that was also that I wanted to chat with people. How exciting would it be in the park to be like, hi, and like get to speak words and have like an actual official like photo op, like a place Whereas the bride and Frankenstein, we would just be walking
Wander.
around. We'd just wander, which was freeing in a way. I guess it's like the grass is always greener. But that was my experience being a character. It was certainly fun, and I loved that I had that experience. But it was also the best day ever when I was done.
I can understand how that may get repetitive. And I also think that, like, I like that you're saying that about people being invasive and inappropriate with, like, characters because, like, yeah, it's like a lot of people forget that it's like, yeah, I understand you're seeing, like, this character that you really like from media, but, like, there's a person behind this character and do be respectful and not insane.
Absolutely.
I've seen people be, like, really weird with, like, especially, like, Disney princesses and stuff. It's like...
Right.
So,
and it's like they, when you sign up to do that character, you are agreeing to almost be that bridge for this character and reality, humans that are very connected to people that they will never actually see in person. And I've heard, I don't know if this is real, but I've heard at Disney there's like there's like a rule with the hugs that like you can't pull away.
Yeah.
They have to pull away.
I don't know if that's true, but I have also heard that the hug rule about Dustin can literally confirm all this probably.
Yeah.
But like it's like they can't pull away. I don't know. There has to be some kind of rule because it's like obviously if someone's making you uncomfortable, pull away from the hug.
Right.
But I have also heard that.
Yeah. So it's interesting, the like kind of rules of the character. I also I don't know, I kind of found it a little silly sometimes too, how specific we would get. Like we would have these check-ins every time that would be like, what was your story in that last set? Like what those 30 minutes, like what were your motivations? And I was like, to take pictures with people.
Right.
Like,
wait, tell how you know how your set's over. About the like checking
the watch?
Yeah.
The
Did you already tell that?
Off. No, I didn't.
Oh, sorry.
For me, so yeah. So what, right, you're out and 30 minutes later passes and you're not sure when. Some characters get to wear like watches. Some of the Frankensteins, what they would have is they would wear a watch and they would have it go off, like just vibrate. And so one of the Frankensteins would just like, grab my hand and put it on his wrist and it would just like vibrate and that would be like time to go. Like that's how you would ultimately be alerted. There are like clocks around the park as well, so you could keep your eye on that. Or another good tell too is like other characters that are also coming out at the same time. If you see them going back, you kind of follow as well and like make that exit. So like there was a big thing with like entrances and exits and like, again, like the story behind it and stuff. So that can be fun if you really do let it. But some days you're just like.
I thought it was cool that like you told me once that because the Bride of Frankenstein's like whole motive is being super curious and inquisitive, that like to check on your status, you would like go up to people wearing watches and like look at them and stuff. And that's like how you'd know.
That too. Yes. I loved other people would often be wearing Apple Watches and stuff. So yeah, you could grab their wrist and then look at their watch and be like, oh, what is that? But really, you're just like, time to go.
Yeah. That's so fun.
It was very interesting. Again, I'm very grateful for that job. And I can see why people would certainly want it. It was like a better paying job as well. So it's, again, like it felt like a good level up as an actor. But ultimately, I credit to the characters, to the people that play the characters that still do it and love it and resonate with it.
Yeah.
I'm just blessed that it was a part of my journey. Like it'll always be a fun thing to pull out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great.
Yeah.
So let's say you're going to a theme park. You pick which theme park you're going to. What's your plan of action? What are you doing? What's your vibe?
Okay. So here's the thing. I grew up going to Six Flags. That was my theme park of choice because it was also just the nearest theme park in San Antonio.
I feel like there's a Six Flags everywhere.
Yeah. The first one was Six Flags Fiesta, Texas.
Fiesta?
Yeah.
Wow.
So but also like gonna also expose Six Flags for a second and say apparently the sixth flag is a Confederate flag. Oh. So #5 flags.
Wait, is that true?
I heard that once. I am not sure.
Is the flags, do the flags even stand for anything? Are there Six Flags locations?
Yes.
What is that all about? They also had, I mean, for the majority of the 2000s, their mascot was an old man that used to pick up a bunch of children in a bus and take them away.
Right. So Six Flags needs to be dissected further.
It's also, Six Flags is also like, that's where like I remember going when I was like in late middle school, early high school, and you'd like go and meet your crush there and like kiss.
Oh yeah, theme park dates I think are so cute. When I was younger, I was desperate to be like, I just want to bring a man.
I think they're cute now. When I was younger, no, because I didn't know like what. I was just telling somebody this story the other day. I had a cheer competition at Six Flags.
Oh.
And there was this boy, there was this girl that I cheered with, and I had a crush on her younger brother who was in my grade.
Okay.
And so I remember he had asked me, he was like, we were like maybe in like 6th grade. And he's like, you want to ride like a roller coaster together? And I literally remember I was like, oh, yes. Oh. And I remember it was this wooden roller coaster. And it was our first time like sitting next to each other. And I was so like stiff and like nervous and scared. And I remember to myself, I was like, you can't be embarrassing. Like you're sitting next to Nick. You have to be cool. So I didn't scream on the roller coaster. I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't laugh. I didn't whatever. I just rode the roller coaster like silent, like not making a noise or screaming or laughing or anything. Because I was like, be cool. And then cut to him probably looking at me during like this wooden roller coaster. And I'm just like, oh, it was called The Roar. And it's me just like.
And he's like.
And I got up. Yeah. I got up and he was like, well, thanks. That was fun. And I was like, mm-hmm. And I remember he walked in and I was like.
Oh, man. Do you remember when like that was the peak of like sexuality, sitting next to somebody?
That's half the time what it is for lesbians still. Literally just being next to the girl you like and being like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, just like I remember sitting like I would like sit by boys and like if our knees were touching, I'd be like, I'd be freaking out. I'd be like, oh my God.
No, literally. Or like I remember specifically like when boys started like putting their arms around you for photos.
Holy
and you'd be like,
shit. That would be like, you need a condom for that.
Right. Be like, wow, this is tough.
Oh, yeah.
Can I tell you something I never got into?
Okay.
And I still don't really enjoy it, except kind of now sometimes, yes. But I'm going to throw up saying this. Grinding as a teenager at like a high school, middle school dance, grinding.
Couldn't be me. Nobody fucking touched me in school.
I never got into that shit. I was like, y'all want me to put my butt against his balls in front of my English teacher? Couldn't be me.
I wish.
I was so grossed out by like, I remember like homecoming or whatever, people would be like,
someone came home.
There was a story about a boy in my school who this girl was grinding on him and they said he jizzed his pants.
He came at homecoming.
Mm-hmm. Homecoming. But he was like, I remember people would like talk about it days before. They'd be like, who are you going to grind with? I thought it was so, I never did it, not once at any dance. Frankly, I only went to like 2 homecomings before I was like, this is lame town USA.
Right.
I'd rather do drugs.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's wild. Again, I've said it like so many times. I have truly no adult experiences in high school. I was simply the opposite of sexually active.
What is that?
Sexually inactive.
That's fair.
I touched no one. No one touched me. I had nothing close to a boyfriend.
I think about the things that I did, though, now at my age of 26. I'm like, you didn't need to be doing that.
Yeah.
You did not need to be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it made me feel behind when I was in college, because then I was like, what is that?
Oh my God.
And where's that supposed to go?
It is absolutely okay. Everyone your pace is defined by yourself. I felt I did a lot of things at a very young age and I was still the last one in my friend group. And I literally was like, I'm a million years old. I need to do something.
And that's literally what it is. It's like, what is your friend group doing, right? You kind of like, you follow the rest of the friend group. It's like, oh shoot, everybody has boyfriends. I'm a loser because I don't have one. Mm-hmm. Oh shoot, everybody's going to the dance. I'm a loser because nobody asked me to the dance, you know? Like, you're just constantly comparing to your friend group, which is why it's so important to have a solid, safe, healthy friend group.
Right.
Let me know if you have one.
Yeah, let me know. I was on the cheer team, so it was big slut central.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It was fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, theme parks?
Yes. So these days, if I show up to a theme park, I have somewhat of a rough plan, I guess, but I am rather loose. Over the years, I have become a lot more of like, I'm chill.
Sure.
But I will always go in. Like these days with Disneyland, I'll watch like a bunch of TikToks before to be like, because like seasonally, there's a lot of like secretive shit that happens that I want to know.
Yeah.
So I'll watch a bunch of TikToks and they'll be like, go to this stand and get this cookie of Mickey and get this filling from Goofy's. Get this cookie of Mickey with Goofy's goofs in it. Literally, people would line up for that shit. If there's a strong Goofy community out there, they're going Goofy for Goofy.
Dude, there is a huge Goofy community. Every person that I've ever seen who really likes Goofy has never been normal about it.
They want Goofy.
I saw literally a TikTok last night, and I don't want to hate, but it was this woman, and she put a video of her and Goofy at the park, like, together over, like, a Forrest Gump audio that was like, oh, maybe it was he's, like, talking. He's like, Jenny brought all the color into my life. And she was like, Goofy, whatever.
Yeah.
People, like, again, if it doesn't hurt anyone else, go Goofy for Goofy.
Go Goofy for Goofy, I guess. But, yeah, that's...
Mickey's cookie with Goofy's goofs.
That would be me in a theme park. What about you? Are you a planner? Are you loose?
I believe I'm kind of with you in terms of I've gotten looser like over the years. But I also like am on a mission. So I do consider myself quite the theme park like connoisseur. Not in a way that like I'm necessarily like they're my thing or really any type of my personality, but I do just really enjoy them.
Yeah.
I went to college in Orlando, and I lived like 20 minutes away from Universal and Disney. So I had a pass to both parks, and I was there truly, genuinely pretty much every single day.
That's awesome.
I went all the time. I thought it was an awesome like thing to be able to do.
Yeah.
I have so many experiences that are like that I did at the Disney park, so many memories that I love. I like dated. I went on dates to Disney. I met celebrities that I really liked and looked up to at like Universal. Like lots of really cool things. So I do have a lot of good memories with them. And I don't like, I think here's the thing too. Somehow, like I seem to never, I literally haven't paid to go to a theme park in so long.
Oh, right.
I happen to know someone who gets me into Universal whenever I want.
Right.
B, like I have a bunch of friends who work at Disney and they just like will sign people in. And C, like on Tuesday, I'm going to Knott's Berry Farm because I just got like a connect. And so I haven't paid for a theme park in a long time. So I think
lucky.
It is lucky. I feel it's good to know people. But I think like when I'm in that scenario, I'm like, whatever, let's see where the day takes us. And you know, like I saw this TikTok, so I'd like to do this, and that. That's great. However, it's like if I have paid money to like be at the theme park, I'm like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
We have to get the most bang for our buck. Yes.
Yeah. At Disney, I find it especially like when you go with somebody else or like a group of people or something and you guys all get the Genie Pass, which is like the front of the line pass. But you have to make the reservations for which ride you're going to. There's always one person in the group who has to be on their phone the entire day. Because they are like, okay, we just rode that one and now I'm reserving this one unless you guys want to reserve this, but I'm going to reserve this until later and then we have time for this. Like they have to be the kind of like go-to person. And they're unfortunately stuck on their phone the whole day because of that. So that's why I feel like I've been vibing more with like forget about it. Like, I just want to spend the day and relax and not feel like we have to run to one side of the park for something.
I think I've met myself in the middle where it's like now I do have a loose plan. Whereas like I'm not like all the way like whatever, I don't care what we do. It's like, here's what I'd like to do. But back in the day, it was like, here's what we have to do. You feel me?
Definitely.
But if I like to go, I like to know my priority things. I like to do the food too. My go-to Disney snack is a pickle.
Oh, hell yeah.
A pickle's good.
I love a pickle.
There's a cheesy garlic bread right near the Matterhorn right now that slaps ass.
Oh my God. I literally love all the foods so much. They had this birria ramen once. Oh my God, it took me over. There's also the alien macaroon. Have you had that?
Yeah, they had that at Disney Sea where they had like little alien like squishy, like, oh God, just like dumplings kind of, but I think they had like chocolate in them. Like they were so yum.
So yum.
Yeah, lots of good food over there as well. So it's like there's a lot of things to really like have fun and experience.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel? What is your perspective on in any theme park? I know we're talking a lot about Disney, but it's easy to do. What is your thoughts on long wait times for rides you really want to do? Are you doing it?
No. I'm not. If there's a long wait time, I'm kind of like, no, I'm not really gonna do it. That's why I don't get too attached with the rides. Growing up, actually, I was afraid of roller coasters. I was frightened, and I still kind of am like sensitive with heights and like crazy daring excursions. But when I was younger, particularly, I did not want to go on any of the rides. So even now, there isn't anything that I would specifically want to do. But funny story, actually, when I went to Six Flags California Adventure, I think that's what it's called, right?
Magic Mountain?
Yeah.
Here?
Yes,
Six Flags
yes,
Magic
yes,
Mountain.
Magic Mountain. California Adventure is the other Disney, right?
Yeah.
But I went to the Six Flags Magic Mountain here. It was when my friend Kyle was visiting, and we went with like a big group of friends, and it was so fun. It was raining that morning too, but that was good because it was empty. But there was this one ride that we really wanted to ride. Have you heard of Tatsu?
Yes, that's the one where you fly on your stomach.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Well, basically like you strap into like a seat with your legs hanging, and then they lift you up basically, so you're like your back is up and all your limbs are hanging.
So you're flying on your stomach.
Basically, yeah. So everybody had wanted to go to that ride. I didn't know what that ride entailed, but I was like, great, whatever. But it was down because of the rain. All day we had been asking like, is y'all trying to open Tatsu? Like literally, he asked that. And they constantly were like, we're not sure. Eventually it opened and there was I think 3-hour wait. Like it was completely backed up.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to go and it was like the last ride or whatever. So Kyle like stops this one worker that's like just like walking. She looks like a girly and he like stops her and he goes, so what do we have to do to not wait 3 hours for Tatsu? And she goes, wait like a few minutes, then go in toward the exit and tell them Leslie from Ninja sent you, and walks away.
Ninja's a good ride too.
And we all were like, oh my God. Like we were like freaking out about this. And so we like wait a few minutes and then we go up through the exit and then we ask someone, we're like, Leslie from Ninja sent us. And he's like, one sec.
Oh my God.
And they like hold on a few minutes and then they're like, all right, come on.
Wow.
And we got on the ride.
Wow. Shout out Leslie.
Shout out Leslie from Ninja.
Wow.
We get on the ride. I am petrified the entire time. That was literally the scariest experience of my life, but it was so fun.
Tatsu's intense.
It's intense. I think I would do it again, but it was so scary and so fun. But we went around that long wait, and I think if it was an insanely long time, I don't think I would have been like, let's do it. Sure. I don't know. It just doesn't, the buyback doesn't feel worthy for me. I'm like a 5-minute ride for like over an hour of waiting. I guess it depends if you have something else to do, but I guess everybody's got to wait, right?
Yeah. I had a pass to Magic Mountain for a long time. Me and Jitty and Austin would go. And my favorite ride, did you do Twisted Colossus?
No.
Oh my God, that ride is so fun.
Is that one of the ones that spins though?
No, it's this old like wooden roller coaster that was repurposed with like metal rails, I think. But it's like got a 2-track situation going on, and it is so fun.
Wait, maybe we did do that one then.
It's also where I think Katy Perry filmed her like Chained to the Rhythm music video or
that's
something.
awesome.
There's a Katy Perry music video that was filmed there. But it's really, really fun. It's like a 2-track thing. It's like wooden, but really fun.
Yeah.
See, for me, I will take on the wait.
Yeah.
Because like I think the rides are like very much like what I am most excited for, what I am there to do.
For sure.
3 hours for Tatsu? No, I would not do that. But I also know that I don't care that much about Tatsu. I have other rides that I prefer at Six Flags. But like, if I'm at Disney, I am riding Guardians of the Galaxy. It's my favorite ride, and I will wait as long as I need to.
I hate Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my God.
I don't know what it is. I
love it.
I think it's the sensation of being like of going up that makes me feel sick in the head.
I love that feeling.
I can't do it. Literally, there's a photo of me. we're gonna put it in the edit.
Oh.
There's a photo of me from Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm literally like,
I love that feeling. I love the feeling of being like whipped up and dropped and sudden and like.
Woo!
But what's funny is I hate drop towers. Like if we're talking like Knott's Berry or we're talking like Six Flags and it's like get in the drop tower and like lift and drop. I'm not doing that. I'm petrified of heights. I can do heights for the climb of a roller coaster. Like I'll close my eyes until we're dropping and I'm like, am I dead? No, okay. But Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite ride. I love it. I mean, well, frankly, I love Tower of Terror. I wish it was still that. But Guardians is fun too.
I have a scary story from when I went to Six Flags New England.
Okay.
Which literally this like actually changed the course of my life.
Oh.
Not actually, but it did affect a lot. Because like I said, I used to be scared of roller coasters. And then one day I remember being like, what's the worst that could happen? I die? Let's ride. And I went on a roller coaster and I was like, I liked that. And I started riding roller coasters, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And I was actually quite brave in that I wasn't scared of any roller coasters. I was like, I'll do all of them except for the spin rides. Those get me dizzy and I throw up. But like the teacup and stuff,
yeah.
you know,
or like the Gravitron.
Not for me. Not for me. But I liked all of them. I was pretty much a daredevil. I told you, right? I almost skydived.
Yeah.
Skydove. Skoodoo. That was all under the same umbrella of me being a really brave girl.
Yeah, girl.
But then, my senior year of college, I went with 3 friends. One of them was Logan. We went to Six Flags New England, and it was a rainy day. It was so cold.
Yeah.
It was like freezing cold, but we were like, let's do it because no lines. And we went and it was indeed empty. Nobody was there. But we get there and it's pouring down rain and it's super cold and we have jackets and hoods on and whatever. So we walk into the park and I had known nothing about Six Flags New England. But I show up. I think this was the first time I'd gone to a Six Flags that wasn't Fiesta, Texas. So I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, I wonder how similar they'll be. I wonder if they're the same rides, stuff like that. We walk in, I like look up from my hood and we see Superman. And I was like, oh, I know the Superman. In Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, I love the Superman.
Superman's like different at every Six Flags.
Right. Which I didn't know.
Right.
I was like, oh, this must be like the Superman that I know and love. So I was like, you guys, this one, let's get on it. Literally didn't even look at the ride, just saw the title of Superman. And I was like, follow me. And we all climb on and there's no line. So we get straight to our seats. We sit down, we strap in. I'm like turning to everybody and I'm like, this is so exciting. Like, this is great. We're all like so happy. The ride starts and we like kind of turn this corner and then we immediately start going up a hill.
Right.
We're going up a hill and we're chatting. We're still very pumped. And then it's been a few minutes and we're still
high climb
going up. So then like we look around at each other and we're like,
where are we
we're going really high. This is kind of crazy. So then I look to my right, which is outside of the ride, and the rest of the park is like hit the minus sign on a zoom like 12 times. The park is minuscule.
It's like a cartoon.
I am like, wait a minute, where are we? And it's too late. We're on the ride. We're going up this hill, and I'm strapped in. It is much too late. I'm freaking out. I'm like, holy shit, what is about to happen? And then we hit the top, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do except go down? We go down this hill, and quite literally, I'm not even screaming. I'm silent. I'm speechless. I'm literally just like facing my worst fears head on. I'm pretty sure I fainted for some of the ride. Like, I don't know where I am. We come off the ride and I am simply traumatized.
Oh my God.
I'm truly like, I get off the ride and I go, I need to go to Johnny Rockets. I need to go into Johnny Rockets. The other three, they said, let's go again, front row.
Oh my God. I need to look this up.
I'm going to go have some chicken tenders and some soda. And I sat in Johnny Rockets for an hour and I took my time. And I think I rode maybe like one other ride that day.
Yeah.
But I started playing it safe. And literally since then, like the entire time at Six Flags, and now even with Disneyland, with Universal, with every ride, I'm like, I need to see the track.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to watch where they're going. And I'm like, okay, I got it. Okay, yeah, I'll go on that ride. Every single ride. I need to inspect the entire track. Right. I'm not just hopping on anymore.
Yeah. No, that's so fair. I like to see it ahead of time, too.
I'm a changed woman.
That's so funny. Literally, I know that exact feeling of being like, I wish I could see myself going down a hill because it's you and you're just like, and like literally being silent is so true. I've had times where it's like you curve over and you go to scream and then you're just like,
no, right. I was like, I think I let out like a scream for a second, but like midway. So it was like,
I think I have kind of a similar experience I went to King's Dominion, that's on the East Coast, and I don't remember much from this ride because I did black out.
Yeah.
But the Intimidator, I think it's called. It's like the Dale Earnhardt Jr. ride or something, which is a NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
I really don't remember much other than I hate a roller coaster where the track is really thin.
Oh yeah.
Hate that.
Yeah.
Like literally like I hate when if I'm going on like a standard roller coaster, I always sit on the side that has like the little stairs because I hate looking off to the side and nothing's below you. Oof. But on this ride, that was like just how it was. Like it was like so thin and it was just like go and it went so fast up. And I was sitting with my friend's mom and I was so scared. And I literally was holding her hand. I was probably like 16 or 17.
I hold the entire person next to me.
And I remember she went, oh, wait, I might be making this up, but I think they give you goggles to wear.
Oh, shit.
Because you're going so fast. Okay, I don't know if I'm making that up. I'll fact check it after.
It's all a dream.
If right now you're like, that's not true, forget it. But I think you like wear goggles because you go so fast. I don't know.
Whoa.
Oh, God. But I remember I was holding her and she goes, hey, Rowan, we're dropping now. I have to hold on. And literally, I just remember like on the ride, I'm like blacking out.
Yeah. I've blacked out on rides before.
Where
you like wake up at the end and you're like.
I went on Goliath with my friend and he always like.
Goliath, that's the one.
He literally always makes me laugh so hard because he talks. Like he's not screaming. Like he's screaming things. And so we were on Goliath. This was a couple years ago. And I just remember him being like throughout the whole ride, he's going like, what the hell? And then we go around like a little roundabout. And I just remember him going, I'm blacking out. And I'm fucking cracking
That
up, and
is
I was
so
like,
funny.
and the wind is like hitting my face, and I'm swallowing it like Patrick on SpongeBob with the snowballs like hitting the back of his throat, and I'm crying, laughing. Oh my god!
No, it can be so fun.
And then the ride stops, and you're right. Everyone's just like,
yeah. Everyone's like, do we have everybody? Does everybody have everything?
are we here?
If Fabe was here, he'd tell you too. Like I've been complaining about this in theme parks because it's like, it happens especially with the Incredicoaster because the Incredicoaster just starts, right? It just like flings you right away. And I was telling him after all these rides, I was like, these rides really like hurt. Like I feel like I can't breathe when they're happening. And he's like, you can't breathe? Well, what's like when we like launch off, like what are you doing? And I was like, I go
right.
And he was like, okay,
so
you're holding in like all the air that you're supposed to scream out. And that's why your chest is hurting. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. No, that makes sense. So it's honestly better to scream the entire time. Yeah. I mean,
be loose.
Not too much. If you scream literally constantly, then you'll also black out. Learned that lesson. But it's like you have to scream out all of the like, what is it? Velocity?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But you have to scream that out, like because of the intense speed at which you're going at.
Huh.
Right?
Now,
so it's medical.
Have you ever been on the Ferris wheel at Pixar Pier?
Yes, but not the swinging ones. I will not go on the swinging ones. I've heard people literally get super nauseous off of that.
I went on it. Okay. If you don't know about the California Adventure Ferris wheel, look it up right now because basically it's like your standard Ferris wheel, but within the inside, there are carts that are on like this rail. So when the Ferris wheel goes up and around, you slide with like the momentum in which gravity is pushing you. I already don't like being up high. I've said this, I don't like heights. I can deal with it on the climb of a roller coaster and then that's it. But I went on it for the first time once with my brother and they put us, I didn't know like what was good. I genuinely didn't, same deal. I didn't look at it before I went on and we just got in line and we ended up on the swinging one and we sat with 3 strangers. And I was literally shitting myself. I was screaming and I was like clinging to my brother. I was like, oh my God, make it end. But then when we went for Luke's bachelor day, I kind of was like, I kind of want to give it a go because I thought it would be really funny. I was just like the crowd that I was with. I was like, this will be hilarious to do together. Oh man, I tell you what, that thing is so scary. I posted a TikTok of us on it and I was singing Life is a Highway to calm myself down.
Did you also get nauseous?
I didn't get nauseous. I personally don't think it's very nauseating.
Really?
It's just really unsettling because it's like you're on like the most extreme boat experience because of the rocking.
Maybe I would try it then. I guess I've been avoiding it because I just feel like I would get really motion sick.
I don't know that I get nauseous on rides very much.
Okay.
But I don't know that one would make you nauseous.
Very interesting.
Think so. But yeah.
Okay. So I think we got to wrap up here.
No.
I know. We could talk about theme parks all day. Maybe for our spitball, maybe we talk about like the perfect day or the perfect ride.
We had said we would design our own theme park.
Oh, that's right. Even better, our perfect theme park.
That's what the doc says because we meet for pre-production meetings because we're professional.
Yeah, did you just think that we show up here and start talking?
Mm-hmm. Because we do, but sometimes we meet ahead of time in the week.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. So tell me what has to be there, like maybe like 3 to 5 things that have to be in your perfect theme park.
Okay. Well, I have this idea that I would like a theme park that incorporates like the ability to see and enjoy animals in an ethical sense. So like they're not like I would love to build a theme park like around a habitat without being intrusive to its space. So like almost like having like a theme park where there's like a section that kind of like is open out to the ocean and like dolphins who live in the ocean can swim up and say hi if they want, but they don't necessarily live in the theme park.
I like that.
yeah, that might get a little tricky for like lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
Oh my.
So maybe just stick with like aquatic animals. But yeah, and also I wouldn't want to build like into their space. Like I love, but like having kind of like a SeaWorld vibe, except they're not horrible people.
Yes. Yes.
So I'd like that. I think my theme park would also have I'm just gonna say this because I have to stand on my soapbox really quick. It would have every kind of efficient and good and smooth ADA need so that everyone can enjoy it without feeling like it's a whole debacle.
Yeah.
Because we need to do better. Strobe effect.
Right.
Strobe light?
No, I think we're good.
And I'd have pickle carts everywhere.
Love that.
I would have like I would pick all of my favorite kind of ride models and I would build 3 of them right next to each other.
Oh, that's great.
So that like let's say there's 3 Guardians of the Galaxies right next to each other to cut on line times.
Oh, that's smart. Okay, you're thinking efficiently right there.
I think that's what I do. And there'd be a big statue of us in the middle, and it'd be called Spitball General.
This is Spitball Theme Park.
Mm-hmm.
Spit Park.
Spit Park.
I love that. I'm going to yes and all that because I love all of the things that you came up with. I'm going to say I would also add a nap station.
Oh, yes. Great idea.
Fabe and I have been doing this as of this last year. We've done it literally twice. Not necessarily on purpose, but it was because both times we had gotten like headaches and after like a couple of rides. So we were like, let's hit the nurse's station and just like get some ibuprofen. So we go and they have like this whole like room of cots and stuff. And they're like, you can just like lay down for a sec if you guys want. And we just went and took naps. Yep. And then we woke up and we were like, and let's get a move on.
I've done that too.
Great idea.
Yeah.
So like, yes, nurse's station, but also like more of like, you can come here and nap and nothing has to be wrong with you in order for you to just come and take this nap. Mm-hmm. So I would love to add that to my theme park.
Back when I went to Disney World all the time, I had my nap places and it was the Hall of Presidents and the People Mover.
Ooh.
Those are my nap rides.
I love also going to like the Disneyland Hotel. Like, and just like chilling, walking about, and just like being like, this is cool.
It's
yeah,
nice.
Looking.
I've stayed there before. It's nice.
Oh, fancy.
It's cutie.
I would love that. I think we just made our theme park.
Okay.
Anything else that we should add to it?
I do like the idea. I love when a theme park has resorts on property. So
super nice.
Spitball Resort.
I love the pickle carts. I feel like there needs to be dessert like everywhere.
Yeah.
I need dessert all the time. Maybe more like water stations too. Like easy, just like refills. Or like the water fountains at Disney are like, I feel like behind the back alley. Like, like I think just easily accessible like water refill stations would make everybody's life a lot easier.
I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds great. This light flickering, I don't know if the camera's catching it, but the light is like, get out.
Yeah, it's
wrap
like,
up the app.
I'm done. Go haunt Disney.
Well, that was a fun episode.
That was super fun. We've got our theme park on. I feel like I want to go to Disney now.
Me too. I'm going to Knott's on Tuesday.
Maybe we do an episode on location where Spitball goes to a theme park.
Oh my God.
We'll take you with us.
Literally would love that.
Have
a theme
Dustin
park.
like vlogging with us.
Oh my God, a vlog. Guys, do you want Spitball vlogs?
Let us know. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a review, leave a rating, like, subscribe, comment down below what your favorite theme parks are, what your perfect theme park would entail.
Are you in the Goofy community?
And what your favorite snack to get is at your theme park. I've heard people really like snacking on popcorn.
Not me.
No, I love that. I love that.
I like that at the movie theater, not on a hot, salty, sweaty day.
No, the popcorn smells so good. I'm with you there. If popcorn is your snack of choice, just let us know. And we will see you next Monday for some more spaghetti balls.
Spaghetti food.
Bye.